empangeni kwadlangezwa what's
It's giving like
it's giving a whole Zulu story.
Yes.
If you're an assistant, you assist.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Notando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. On today's video, I have another random video nobody asked for, but I've got Londi. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I don't know, I guess. Hi, Kamala Mulundi Wenga Vilagazi. And do I say what I do?
You should.
I'm a makeup artist and I am a film fanatic. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So in this video, we're going to talk about one of your ventures or like career paths.
Yeah.
Because I also believe that you shouldn't limit yourself.
You shouldn't be
limit
like
yourself.
A one-trick pony.
Yes, you shouldn't limit yourself to one career. So what Londi has done was like from what she studied to what she's done over the years has been like vast and different. And each chapter of your life has brought like a different journey and different streams of income. So
I can't believe that's my life.
That is your life. So in today's video, we're going to talk about your TV production role that you've played.
Cool.
So first things first, what did you study?
So, hello.
Hi. My makeup's done by her. My makeup is predominantly always done by her, by the way. So do find her on Instagram at...
Holla at your girl.
What's your name on Instagram?
Londi _ makeup artist on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. What did you ask me again?
What did you study?
I studied public relations. When I went to look for iskole, I really didn't know what I was looking for. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I genuinely wasn't sure. And when I got to the University of Zululand, empangeni kwadlangezwa,
It's giving like...
It's giving a whole Zulu story.
Yes. It's giving Zulu.
When I got there, it was a thing of, okay, cool, this is what's available for the people that have passed in a way that you've passed.
Okay. This is what you qualify for.
Exactly. But somehow at the back of my head, like I always had this whole thing of, I don't know where it came from because I grew up in the rural areas, Ganongoma, and I didn't know how to speak English. But like in my heart of hearts, I don't know why, I wanted to be a TV presenter. I got this PR thing. They were like, yeah, you can get here and like just do a higher certificate thing. And it felt so close to
what
the
you
TV thing.
Oh.
So I was like, let's go. It's fine. I can take this one.
And then how did you find the course when you're doing it? Did you enjoy it?
When I got there, all I had to learn was theory.
Okay.
I was like,
perfect.
Yes, this is where I belong. So like not having to worry about like the mathematics and physics of things made it like an easy choice. I was like, yes, let's go. I don't have to.
So you enjoyed it, and then
I didn't have to. For me, theory is like, it's natural.
Okay.
Like you learn about something and then you understand what it's about and then you move.
Okay.
Because it was theory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say you enjoyed it. Because you could do
I had a good time.
Usually if you can do something, you enjoy it.
Yeah. I had a good time. I was glad that I did PR.
Okay. So
because it wasn't that difficult.
Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned that you studied at
the University of Zululand. UniZulu, aka Ongoye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And to get into the course, what did you need like to qualify?
Strongest subjects that I had on my certificate was like languages and your LOs and whatnot. I think they just needed you to prove that you can read and understand the things you read and can articulate and interpret them in your own way, sort of thing.
But you also mentioned that you didn't really understand English. Didn't you struggle with that?
Oh, girl.
Because you're saying it's like theory. I'm hearing that's like theory.
It's theory. Yeah.
But you need to write the answers in English.
Exactly. So, born Gwanongoma, emakai, like the rurals, where you are taught English in isiZulu. Yeah. So when I moved from Emakaya, I was like, the first thing I'm doing, even before I moved, the first thing I'm doing when I get to Empangeni, I'm making sure I'm learning English. And how I learned English was cartoons, a lot of cartoons. A lot of cartoons, a lot of Madea.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, a lot of Tyler Perry.
She actually, you when you speak English, right? She does this thing like where it's American English.
I know, and
like,
I don't
what's
intend
up,
to.
yo? I know, but it makes sense because you learned it from
like,
Madea.
I don't even intend to, but like the only thing that made sense at the time was cartoons,
Madea.
reading a lot of books, just to like sort of
Understand.
grow your vocab
Vocabulary,
and stuff, and a lot of Madea. And I would practice by like mimicking Madea and try to sound like her and him. I remember the first person that like I heard speak English that I had not heard from a black person was some lady, and she was answering a phone. She was like, "Hi, who am I speaking to?" That's all she said. I was like,
you want to speak like
I
that?
want to sound like that. That is amazing. You know what I mean? So from there, like I tried to hang out with people who spoke English and practiced as much as I could. But like it was cartoons, Madea, and just friends.
So how did you get into like TV presenting?
Inkani.
So after studying, what did you do?
After studying Ongoye, in my qualification, we were asked to do an in-service training. And
this is in PR now.
This is in PR.
Okay.
Right? And PR says just be anywhere where you're exposed to the public.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. One KZN TV, because I'm from KZN. This is our community TV station. Excuse me, I'm gonna go there. And I tried and tried and tried. Couldn't get in. Tried and tried and tried and couldn't get in. And I think it was long after I had finished my higher certificate that they said, in fact, I was doing my diploma now when they said, yeah, come through. What you wanna do? What do you wanna do? And I was like, I just want to be a TV presenter. And they had me as an intern for a sports show. And I did like a field presenter situation where when we go to Emakraundi, Niklalabantu, like live, then I would be like that person that interviews the players and whatnot and whatnot. And from there, really, everybody knew what I wanted. Everybody knew. Like when I got there, like I was very clear. And that's basically where it was all born.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is so interesting. So after your TV presenting journey, you moved to Joburg. And when you got to Joburg, you became a TV production assistant. How did you get into that?
So after being an intern at 1KZN TV, after... I would like to say I paid my dues.
You
because
put in your 10,000 hours. That's what they always say.
Come on. So I worked as a presenter and a producer for 7 years. And when I got to 1KZN TV, I took over a show that Unkanyiso Makanya, who like plays Njeza now on Uzalo, did. And nobody really but nobody was there to sort of help you through like everything. It was like, you said you wanted to be a presenter, here's a show. Like swim or sink. And I figured it out. And I mean, I don't give myself a lot of credit for a lot of things, but like at least I learned enough to open some doors. You know what I mean? So
and that's how you got to
exactly. That's how I was able to go from 1KZN TV to Joburg, SABC One, Makoti production. I was a production assistant, but I was happy to be that because it allowed me to see what like a real big production really goes into when they create something. Because with the community TV station, like not a lot was as intense.
Not
a lot was like
chilled.
Yeah,
vibes.
it was okay. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't deep deep. Like obviously you had to create TV and you had to make sure that the show plays and all of that. But like it wasn't like as intense as how real productions are. Like it gets really deep.
Okay, so moving from One KZN, SABC, what would you say?
Come on, is that me?
It is you.
Shit.
What would you say? What was the day in the life of a production assistant? And how many days do you work actually?
So you work 6 days a week, 12 hours. They say 12 hours, but really it's 15 or 16 or something. I'd have to be at work at 5:30.
Okay, so you'd be at work at 5:30.
Yeah, and because I'm a production assistant, like you can't be the third to arrive.
Oh, you need to be there
when
first.
when the director and the first AD and the whom not arrive, you need to be there to give them their things so they know this is what we're doing today. This is how many scenes we're doing. So 5:30 you're already there. You made sure that the sides and scripts are printed. The call sheets for the day is printed, and you drive to the location, and the location is usually not as close. If like you find places that are homes and whatnot in different places, so you have to get there before everybody else so that when everybody arrives they get their scripts, their sides, their call sheets, and at 6:30 ntambama makuvalwa. When as a production assistant you don't go home with everybody else. You grab whatever you need to grab, whatever you are assigned to do, you grab it and you go to the office to leave it there, and then you go home.
It seems like your roles are like very broad.
Your
So you're
roles are like
printing
everywhere.
call sheets,
If you're an assistant, you assist.
everywhere you need to assist. Okay.
Basically, sonke isikhala esivelayo mawukuthi uyakwazi ukusiza. You have
assist.
to.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay.
But like, it's almost like any other thing outside of like each individual's profession. Banungenayo, banungangeni, this is how far we can go, because they're the ones that speak to abanikazi bendlu sort of thing. So anything that's like
where there's a gap,
I feel.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, would you say that this is your dream job? TV production.
I'm gonna try be as quick as possible.
Just be as honest as possible.
As honest as possible. That's what I want to say. Thank you.
Yes.
I feel as though like that I am a, much like most people, multi-dimensional person. I feel like I love the media industry, I love the film industry, and I feel like there's so much that I can do, that I can learn. So I don't want to say this is my dream job, because I feel like that limits you to this is all that I can do.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm a makeup artist, I'm a production assistant, and I could be a producer, I could be a presenter, I could be all these things.
You can be a singer,
but I can be a singer too. Thanks.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like as a human being, actually, as an individual, there's so much that you can be in so many different spaces that like I don't want to be that person that says this is what I want to do. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, so now we're just going to talk about the TV production role.
Yeah.
What was your most favorite thing about it?
It's the creating part. I think what motivates me the most with like all the things that I do, from being a community TV presenter, producer, to a production assistant, to a makeup artist, it's just the creating process. It's like being part of something developing to like this big, beautiful whole thing. Is like that's where my heart is at. Like I just love being part of something being created. Yeah, that's my favorite part
about this specific
yeah,
role.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what was your least favorite thing about the role?
I mean, I feel like human beings are just human beings.
Just working with people.
Yeah, like I love people so much, and Ubuntu is one of like the things that define who I am, or one of the definitive things about
humanity,
like exactly kindness, loving one another, like supporting, all of that. But also it can be like
when you
the
meet
opposite.
people who don't
Yeah,
those aren't their values.
Exactly. People who don't feel the same way, people who don't value the same things, people who don't see it the way that you see it. For me, uphilisana nabanye abantu is my most favorite thing, but not everybody feels like that, and that's cool.
So your least favorite thing was working with people who don't feel
yeah, like that made work feel like, that made me feel terrible at work. Because I love working with people. So anybody that made me feel like, oh, maybe I don't belong here, maybe these people are not my people, it's only those moments for me.
You studied PR.
Yeah.
What do you think people need to study in order to be a production assistant?
What I've seen when it comes to creativity and just creating as a whole is that there are people who are able to study things and become those things and be good at it. But I've felt from my experience and my journey that like the biggest thing is just talent. You just need to be talented. You just need to be passionate about something, and you don't always, like, if you're that talented and that passionate, you don't always have to have the qualifications. That's what my life has proven for me personally. Uguti, you don't need the papers. You don't need the approval of the world, of the academic
stamp.
You know what I mean? Like, you just need to love it.
So out of all the shows that you've been part of, which has been your favorite?
Dude, I think that, like, as a human being, normally you appreciate, like, if you're present enough, if you're here enough, you appreciate the journey as it progresses. So I enjoyed being a community TV presenter and producer because it wasn't as
artificial.
It wasn't so demanding and intense. You just needed to be yourself and sell a show and make sure it plays on TV. And then you move and learn that, oh, okay, so in some spaces you need to be a certain way and speak a certain way and be a certain way. And I just feel like with all of it, it is such a beautiful transition to go from one space to another and not expect to be the same thing and not want to be the same thing. Like, it's different with every stage. Like, that's what I learned. Like, I feel that you need to open yourself up to change, to uncomfortability, to something different. And that's what happens with every stage of your life. Like, sometimes it's not as simple as it was the previous job, but you just need to open yourself up to
and adjust to the
you
change.
keep adjusting and being real.
With that said, each part of your journey you had favorite bits about it.
Exactly.
So with this specific one, production assistance, would you recommend it, like, to, let's say, if somebody's watching and they're like an 18-year-old somewhere and they want to be a TV producer, would it be something that you recommend? If they have the ingredients of, like, the passion and the love for it, and feel like they can do it.
I would recommend anybody that's growing to allow themselves to be in a space to grow. Don't come in thinking you already know and you're good enough. And it's good to have standards and all of that, but you have to be real. Zikhona izinto ongazazi. You have to learn, you have to grow, you have to like steadily move from one spot to the next. I really would recommend somebody to do something that makes them feel alive.
Okay.
Not just this career.
So if they feel like this will make them feel alive.
And you can change that anytime. Like things change so often that like you need to be open to
change.
Yeah. There we are.
Alrighty, these are all the questions I have for you today. So if you found if you found this video interesting, please let me know in the comments down below. Where'd you get the glass of wine? If you found this conversation interesting, please let me know in the comments. And if you were thinking of being a producer or just joining the media industry, I hope that this video was insightful.
Yeah,
we're gonna run out of time on this thing.
Are you serious?
I need some answers. I'll come out today.
Oh, sorry. Let's go.
Wait, I'm gonna have to delete some footage.
I want to position my boobs.
Again, I'm gonna let's go. Bumtaba ka dad, bumtaba ka gogo, bumtaba ka auntie, bumtaba ka sisi. I am Notando and it's @NotandoMoloi on Instagram. So please follow your sister. Subscribe.